Okay, hello everyone. I'm here to give you a little channel update about what the fuck is going on with this channel. Those of you who cared enough to see my videos and comment on them may have noticed that I've gone AWOL over the last few years. I don't really know what happened. I guess my life kind of went through a big change and I kind of lost touch with the things I enjoyed. Over the past couple of years, the amount of films and media that I have consumed or created is close to zero, honestly. Basically, I got a job and that job was a full-time job, and by the time I got done with that job every day of my life, I would just be so tired and I wouldn't want to do anything, not even consume anything or create anything. And that led to a mindset where I just shied away from any sort of art that challenged me, was experimental, or discussed any overly dense topics that I was interested in. And because I wasn't consuming anything, it just led to a lack of inspiration, and I just stopped making anything at all. My drive to upload stuff to this channel and just generally talk about movies and just discuss the things that make me happy, that desire kind of declined. I have to say that even after all these years when I wasn't posting to the channel, you guys kept watching my videos and supporting me and commenting on my videos, particularly my tribute to cinema video and my movie recommendation series. Um, I'm sorry I couldn't reply to all of your comments, but I promise you I read each and every one of them. Over those years when I wasn't making anything, every time I would get a notification for one of those comments, it would just fill my heart with so much joy. And there was definitely a period of a few months where I guess you could say I was depressed or I just felt guilty, but every time I saw a comment, it just made me sad because I wanted to do more, but I guess I was just tired. Recently, I decided that I do want to bring this channel back up. I do want to be active on it. I do want to create stuff. So I made just minimal effort to create like a very low effort video. My idea was that I would just take this small step and maybe it would help me go into more things. And once I created that small video, it was the what I saw in June video that I uploaded a couple of months ago. It was just a small low effort video where I talked about the movies I saw and what I thought of them. But once I made that and I uploaded it, it was nothing but it made me feel good. And I realized that I do want to continue to put the effort in to create more things. That's when I started work on my sequel to A Tribute to Cinema. The Tribute to Cinema was the montage I made in 2017, and that one has like a lot of classics, a lot of those, I guess you could say, iconic movies that we all see when we're getting into film. Because I was, very new to film and I was just getting into the art at the time, and it was a kind of celebration of this new art form that I had fallen in love with, I guess. But over the years, my taste has evolved and contorted in many different ways, and this sequel is going to be a kind of celebration of that. I feel like this is going to be a much more personal video because it's going to feature a lot of my own personal favorites rather than the classics that everybody knows and talks about. I guess it'll be cool to see how my taste has evolved after all those years. So yeah, that Tribute to Cinema sequel is kind of this other video that I am working on at the moment. It's going to be a behemoth of a project. It's going to be like 8 to 9 minutes long, and but yeah, that's one thing I'm working on, and eventually you guys will get to see it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I hope it turns out great, and I hope it can live up to the quality of the Tribute to Cinema video that I made all those years ago. I'm still proud of that video. That's the only video on this channel, I think, that I'm still proud of. Everything else just makes me cringe at this point. Other than that, something that you guys might not know is that I started a Twitch channel. Games are another form of media that I've always been very fond of, and I really found a home in Twitch during all those years when I moved away from cinema. It wasn't just the games, but being part of certain communities made me feel a sense of belonging, and I definitely wanted to replicate something like that. That was my first reason to start a Twitch channel. However, games aren't the only thing that I want to stream on that Twitch channel. I actually want my Twitch channel to be a hub of cinema discussion as well. So far, I've been streaming on Twitch for a few months now, and all I've done is gaming. But I want to have cinema discussion streams where we talk about our favorite movies, talk about our least favorite movies, talk about directors, talk about screenwriters, talk about cinematographers, talk about lighting, everything related to movies basically. And just I want it to be a community where we can openly discuss different movies and find out about different movies and just a positive community where people aren't looked down upon if somebody doesn't like your music taste, if it's different from yours. That kind of taste elitism is one thing that kind of really pushed me away from cinema and talking about it in a way. But yeah, I want to make a community that can nurture this positive form of discussion related to cinema. I stream over at twitch.tv/shanwaz12321. Go give it a follow, maybe check out some of my streams. And as for the cinema discussion streams, I'm going to have my first one this Friday at 10 pm Pakistan time. That's 1 pm EST, I think. My hope is to have the stream where I guess I'll talk about movies, but I really want you guys to join and give me your thoughts on certain movies, what types of movies you like. Maybe we can have a discussion about something, and maybe I'll learn about some new movies, you'll learn about some new films, some genres, something that you might not like, and maybe I could give you a recommendation for something that you might like, or maybe you guys could tell me about some of your favorite movies and I could watch them and maybe we could discuss them in the next version of the stream. These are all things that I want to try out, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could come hang out in the stream. And yeah, we can just have a cozy, good old time where we just talk about some movies, man. That's 9th September 10 pm Pakistan time and 9th September 1 pm EST at twitch.tv/shanwaz12321. And other than that, of course, I do stream games on Twitch as well. I gravitated towards GTA RP, and this is going to sound extremely pretentious, but the reason why I gravitated towards GTA RP was because it felt like filmmaking improv, really. I mean, think about it. You create your own character and you're free to do whatever the fuck you want, and you're free to improv with all these other players who are also creating their own stories. And you basically have all these props like cars, guns, everything just to create a story for yourself. It felt a lot like filmmaking, honestly, and that's why I gravitated towards it, as obnoxious as it sounds. And when I started playing it, I was like, this is like a story and I want to record it. And that's why I started a Twitch channel. That's how it initially came to be. But yeah, the reason why I'm making this video now is because what I want to do now is to cultivate a community of people that are into the same things that I am and that I can just talk to. Because honestly, every time a chatter comes into the stream and talks to me about anything, just random whatever, it just feels so good to know that there's a person on the other end of the line and I'm talking to them and we're just having this conversation out of nowhere while I'm playing a video game. It brings me back to those times where I was a child and I would have an older friend who would have a PS2 and we would only have one controller, and I would just watch them play games, but we would just hang out and have such a good time. And yeah, I just would really like you all to be there. That's all I have to say. The last thing that I want to discuss is the future of this channel and what I intend to do with it. Well, cinema stuff is going to continue. I'm going to continue posting my recommendations and any thoughts that I have regarding any movies. I'm just going to make a quick video about it, share my thoughts. So those are going to be some regular uploads. Other than that, I'm working on my tribute to cinema video. And one more thing that's going to be added to this channel is going to be some of my gaming content that I do on Twitch is also going to be uploaded to this channel. So what I'm trying to do is, my Twitch currently has only gaming and my YouTube currently only has cinema. So what I'm trying to do is to have my Twitch to have cinema and gaming as well, and my YouTube to have cinema and gaming as well. We'll see how it goes. I guess it's not exactly the best SEO optimized semantic keyword research strategy out there, but goddammit, it's what I enjoy and it's what I want to do. Don't try and stop me, you fucking piece of